But first at 5, a welfare check and bloody trail leads police to a murder scene. A woman's body found today near 27th Avenue in Devonshire, and so far no arrests have been made. Fox 10's Kenzie Beach is live on the scene tonight. Kenzie.
Yeah, Brian, there's very limited details right now, but what we do know is that a woman was found dead in this home over my left shoulder here behind me. It's where that tan awning is and where we still see a gray truck in that driveway. Police do tell us that when they first entered that home, it was obvious to them that something horrible happened inside. It started with a call to police, a blood trail found outside of a home. Inside, detectives found a woman dead. It's unclear who killed her or how she died. Investigators taking shoe prints of each person entering the home to help identify the suspect. Homes between 27th Avenue and 27th Drive are still blocked off and have been since 8 a.m. Now, police detectives have been coming in and out of this mobile command unit for hours now as they still search for a suspect in this case. If anyone has any information, you're urged to contact Phoenix Police. If you want to remain anonymous, you can also contact Silent Witness. That's at 480-WITNESS. Live in Phoenix, Kenzie Beach, Fox 10 News.
Thank you, Kenzie.
Fox 10 exclusive tonight. Several parents are really upset with a preschool in northern Arizona. They've filed a lawsuit against the faculty and staff over allegations of child abuse.
Fox 10 investigator Justin Lum joins us live in studio tonight with their story and disturbing video linked to the claims.
John, Christina, the surveillance footage we've obtained shows just a sample size of what happened in the classroom. The complaint filed details the behavior of a specific teacher's aide. You can see it for yourself, but for those with kids, it may be difficult to watch how some of these children are treated. More mothers are coming forward, speaking to Fox 10 about what happened to their children. They all sent their kids to Chino Valley Head Start Child Care Center. Courtney Silva and Jessica Olay describe red flags they noticed with their children.
They would call me probably at least once a week, if not more. He's crying hysterically, saying his stomach hurts, whatever the reason was. And I'd have to come and get him during the day. And he was perfectly fine.
It's like a switch. She just was fighting going to school. She started having bad dreams, like nightmares.
For Jessica, the nightmare was about to begin. A Chino Valley police report from January of 2023 says teacher's aide Tracy Stewart spanked Jessica's nonverbal daughter and forced her into a chair. What's going through your mind?
Obviously, like, freaked out and mad, and why would anyone hit her? For what reason?
Here it is on surveillance video. Watch Stewart stand by the head of the table before she turns her attention to the little girl, using her right hand to spank her behind, then place her in the chair, jerking her around. As a mother, how do you react to that?
I cried. I cried when I read the police report. It's like a parent's worst nightmare.
The officer who wrote the report describes Stewart's behavior as aggressive, physically and verbally. Watch as Stewart pulls a chair Jessica's daughter is sitting in, suddenly dragging her away from the table. Blanca Aguiar says she also learned that Stewart got physical with her son. What did police say?
They said that my son was shoved in an aggressive manner.
Here's another clip showing Blanca's son wasn't just pushed, but grabbed in a rough manner. On another clip, while cleaning the table, she sprays two kids in the face with a cleaning solution called Tersano, according to police. Courtney says her son was one of the boys sprayed. What is it like to know that you had no control or knowledge of this happening?
I have guilt and shame for it every single day. There's a day that goes by that I don't feel horrible for it.
Police say Stewart's behavior becomes more aggressive with every incident. Watch this clip as she's seen smacking a boy in the face with napkins. In this video, a boy is simply sitting down when Stewart grabs his head from behind out of nowhere, pulling it back and quickly getting in his face.
All I see is a person that's completely out of control, a person that has a lot of rage. She has zero patience with them.
In a civil lawsuit filed against the program, Stewart and 3 of her superiors, documents say Stewart was fired as a teacher's aide at a previous job for abusing children, but was still hired at Chino Valley Head Start. The complaint says these managers covered up the abuse, allowing Stewart to keep working. The lawsuit says in December of 2022, she pulled a mat from under a child, causing her to fall and hit her head, but no action was taken, despite a manager witnessing the incident. Nicole Stroh is the child's mom.
I just kind of thought, okay, maybe she just rolled in her sleep. When it came to my attention that one of the teachers actually removed the bed out from underneath my daughter, I was furious. I was in shock.
In their response to the civil suit, the defendants deny all allegations, and they say they're entitled to absolute immunity.
It makes my blood boil.
Solomon Radner is the attorney for the plaintiffs, saying his clients have suffered physical and emotional harm.
What I see and what it appears to me is that there is somebody who's acting clearly more aggressively with these children than any reasonable person would. There's simply no reason for this kind of thing.
How has your son been affected thus far?
He's been diagnosed with PTSD from a psychologist. He has night terrors. He pees the bed. No matter what I do to try to console him, he just becomes beside himself, screaming, no, 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 like I'm gonna hurt him.
Chino Valley police investigated the incident involving Jessica's daughter. Stewart was placed on administrative leave, and by March 2023, she was let go. CVPD recommended to the Yavapai County Attorney's Office that she be charged with aggravated assault on a minor. YCAO declined to file, saying there was no reasonable likelihood of conviction.
How is this person just able to go about her life and her day as if nothing happened, just simply fired or let go? And our kids are in therapy. They've regressed.
Who else is supposed to hold these people accountable? The only way we can force behavior from people who don't want to correct their behavior is to make it too expensive not to.
But it was that spray bottle incident that led to Chino Valley PD submitting charges to the town prosecutor instead. Stewart now faces 1 count of disorderly conduct and 1 count of assault. The lawyer for the defendants, including Stewart, says the daycare can't comment on pending litigation, but a statement reads in part, quote, "The program takes its responsibility to the children in the program very seriously as we take the allegations. The matter is being fully investigated, and we are confident that we will be able to demonstrate the significant effort put into caring for the children in our charge." But the mothers we spoke to regret choosing Chino Valley Head Start as a daycare for their kids.
Oh, I feel like I should have been there to protect them, and I wasn't.
Now, court records show Stewart pled not guilty to the misdemeanor charges. Meanwhile, the plaintiffs in the civil lawsuit against her are requesting a jury trial seeking compensatory or punitive damages.
Now, Justin, you said this happened over a few days, right?
Yeah, this is a small time frame. So the concern by these parents are what else happened to their kids when you're really only looking at a few days in January of 2023. That's what you saw there. So
did they get more footage?
That is the challenge, is getting more of that surveillance.
It's a government entity, though, running this, so they should be very compliant with trying to get to the bottom of this.
Correct, and as you saw, Chino Valley Police investigating, but the case turned down by the Yavapai County Attorney's Office, so this is now in the hands of municipal court. Again, like you said, governmental in this program run by the Northern Arizona Council of Governments covering 4 counties, Yavapai, Coconino, Navajo.
And they have spots like all over, right?
Yeah, so there are more kids, and the concern, again, by the plaintiffs, are there more children that were affected by this specific teacher and maybe other staff members?
Yeah. The thing I can't get beyond is she had a history, but she got hired anyway.
Yeah, and that's why the plaintiffs are upset, because they feel that this background check should have been noticed.
Red flag.
Yeah, red flag, and these things still happen. I mean, the video speaks for itself, and as parents, it's very concerning to anyone watching from what we've seen.
Yeah, wow.
All right, keep us up to date.
Thank you.
Justin, appreciate it. Deadly police shooting Sunday morning shut down the 101 for hours, still under investigation at this hour. Steve Nielsen looking through the dramatic video captured during the shooting. He is live outside DPS headquarters. Steve?
Yeah, well, John, you know, right now, we got to tell you, this video is graphic. In fact, we're not going to show the viewers at home what happened as those shots were being fired. But we spoke with a police expert about it. He analyzed what he saw as it happened. Andy Anderson has reviewed a lot of police shootings in his life.
Clearly, he's become very desperate at this point.
The former Phoenix police assistant chief reviews the video of a deadly shooting on the 101 Sunday morning, just south of University Drive in Tempe. Arizona Department of Public Safety says they got a call about an erratic driver. The video starts with DPS troopers boxing in the driver with their SUVs.
They figured out a way to keep him stopped by bringing that vehicle to the front and backing up directly against him. You can see where he's spinning his front tires. It's a front-wheel drive car, and he can't get out. So they're protecting the community around them while they're still dealing with him.
We were continuing communicating with that driver, yes.
DPS says they tried talking with the driver for nearly 30 minutes. The highway remained open.
These are incredibly dangerous situations. And as you can see, traffic's still moving here because they didn't know that was going to happen. You know, had they known that he was going to bring out deadly force, I'm confident they would have done what they could to try to shut down traffic.
It's not clear when officers knew the suspect had a gun, but as the wheels start spinning out, officers approach the vehicle. 2 have shields.
So 2 officers have shields, 2 officers do not. See, that's why the officer left. He does not have a shield. And they either opens fire or the gun comes up. And you can tell they all recognized it at the same time.
Multiple shots are fired. DPS says the suspect died. Monday afternoon, his name was released. Lamont Anthony Knobloch.
These are tragic situations. So you don't want anybody to lose your life on these situations. But the priority for the officers is to protect the rest of the community.
And DPS says they are continuing to investigate this scene. In fact, they told us that they will not release any more details about this until that investigation's wrapped up. Reporting live, Steve Nielsen, Fox 10 News.
An inmate is on the run in Yavapai County after he didn't return from work release. The Yavapai County Sheriff's Office says that they have issued a nationwide warrant for the man you see on your screen there, Trevor Trammell. He left jail on May 1st for work but didn't come back. A witness telling deputies Trammell was driving away with his girlfriend in a white Toyota 4Runner. The Sheriff's Office says that they believe he was fleeing to Michigan. If you have any information about his whereabouts, you're asked to call the Yavapai County Sheriff's Office.
A wildfire burn. Police in Surprise have identified a man who they believe is the so-called Croc Bandit. They arrested this man, Richard Elizondo, this afternoon. They say he'll be charged with multiple counts of criminal damage to as many as 10 different Valley businesses. Last week, we showed you this video here of this man seen on surveillance wearing Croc shoes and using a shovel to try and break some glass at a business near Litchfield and Bell Roads. Surprise police thank the community for the tips in this case.